Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here with another scrapbook process video, and today is the 9th, and on the 9th, those of us in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, when we can, we will post a video celebrating Christina and the beautiful kits that she creates for us. And so what I'm doing here is just showing you all of the items, or most of these items came in a past kit that I had gotten from Christina, and my layout today is going to primarily consist of, actually almost all of it is pieces from Vicki Boutin, not her newest collection, but her, I think it was Let's Wander, I think was the actual name. And so that's what I'm going to use for my layout today. So you will see here I started with the stencil, which came in my kit, and I did just go ahead. I wanted to do just some simple mixed media. I wanted to not have this project take a long time, and I just wanted to not have to worry about my paper warping. So I just did a little bit of using the Distress Oxide through the stencil, and then just a little bit of splatters on the background, again just to add something to that white cardstock. And then once I had that complete, I did set it off the side just to make sure that the paint dried. And then while that was drying, I am just taking my photo here, which is of a waterfall in Tennessee, and I am just going to mat up my photo. So I am doing a travel photo here of this waterfall, and the Let's Wander collection definitely has that travel vibe, so that is why I decided to use one of my photos from one of our hikes when we went to Tennessee. And so my idea for the layout today is I have a very hard time using really big ephemera. Now, I love Vicki Boutin collections. However, my one issue that I have a lot of times with some of her collections is that there are a ton of ephemera, and they are huge. Like, some of them are like the size of my hand. And for me, that's something that's really hard to use. And I just never know what to do with all this huge ephemera. So I decided that I had all of the sort of bigger pieces of my ephemera from this collection still left, and I really hadn't used any of it. I've used a lot of the papers, and I've fussy cut a lot from the pattern papers, but these ephemera, I just had not used them. So what I decided was I'm going to take all of these huge pieces of ephemera, and I am going to just collage them on one side of this layout and see how many of these huge pieces I could get used up. And while I don't know if I would say this turns out to be my favorite layout ever, I do love sort of the overall sort of just collaged, travel themed ephemera all piled up on that side of the page. It's actually kind of a cool look and a great way if you're like me and you just don't know what to do with all of those ephemera pieces, because some of them are they're just huge, and I just have such a hard time using them. So I'm kind of fussing around with the placement of some of these, and they do move slightly when I go to glue them down off camera. But that essentially is how it's going to look. I'm going to put the photo there to the left with that small cluster with the camera, and then the title is going to go down toward the bottom. And so off camera, I'm going to glue all these down. And so like I said, you will see they move just slightly in a couple of different places. But I had just decided, yeah, I'm just going to collage all of these together, and it's actually kind of fun. I kind of like, they're all travel themed. They're all sort of, adventure, kind of getting away, things that you do on vacation and things like that. And so I thought it kind of fit with a travel themed picture of, being out in the outdoors. And so the other thing that I am adding for my title, I added to that word explore. I have the chipboard little phrase stickers or titles and just like little bits and pieces that came in that collection. And I picked the Go See Do. And then I have another little sticker from the sticker sheet that says I was there. And so that's going to be my title, basically explore, go see, do, kind of that sort of basically makes up my title. I did take from that same thickers pack the stars and dotted those around the different areas of the tower of embellishments, and then in amongst the other two clusters around my title and the camera. And then basically, like I said, I went off camera, I glued all of that down, and this layout came together really, really quickly because I basically just let the ephemera do all of the work. I piled it up, just have this really fun stack of different travel icons, and all I had to do then was just take a few of these other bits and pieces that I had in my kit, which were the sort of they're not ephemera, but like and they're not enamel dots, they're like little round jewel kind of things. I don't even know what they are actually called, but I picked out a couple of those. I'm just going to sprinkle, I think 3 or 4 of those in amongst everything. It again adds a little bit of interest, a little bit of a different texture, a little bit more height. And I just really love how they kind of just nestle in, and it kind of just helps complete that whole tower of embellishments. And then just as a finishing touch, after that, I just add, I think 1 or 2 of these word strips just in amongst. Again, it adds that little bit of a different texture and just some additional words to both my title and my embellishment clusters. And so off camera, I will glue down those little circles, but pretty much how you see it right here is how it is going to finish. Here are the still photos, and be sure to check out all the different people who will be posting a layout today for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.